Stephen Hawking was one of the most brilliant scientific minds of the 20th and 21st centuries. His contributions to theoretical physics, particularly in the study of black holes and the nature of the universe, have left a lasting legacy in the field. Despite being diagnosed with a debilitating illness at a young age, he overcame tremendous obstacles to continue his research, inspire millions, and popularize complex scientific concepts. Hawking's life story is not just one of intellectual achievement, but also of resilience, determination, and an unbreakable will to push the boundaries of human knowledge. Throughout history, few scientists have managed to bridge the gap between academia and the general public as effectively as Hawking. His book, A Brief History of Time, published in 1988, became a global bestseller and introduced millions to concepts such as black holes, relativity, and the origins of the universe. His ability to explain profound scientific theories in an accessible manner made him a unique figure in modern science. Unlike many of his predecessors, who remained confined to academic circles, Hawking embraced public engagement and encouraged curiosity about the cosmos. However, what makes Stephen Hawking's story even more extraordinary is the immense physical adversity he faced. At the age of 21, he was diagnosed with amyotrophic lateral sclerosis, ALS, a neurodegenerative disease that progressively weakened his muscles and confined him to a wheelchair. Doctors initially predicted that he would not live beyond a few years, yet he defied all odds, continuing his work for over 5 decades. His struggle against this disease became as well known as his scientific discoveries, turning him into a symbol of perseverance. Beyond his scientific contributions, Hawking was a cultural icon. He appeared in television shows such as The Simpsons, Star Trek, The Next Generation, and The Big Bang Theory, bringing theoretical physics to the mainstream in an unconventional yet effective manner. His synthesized voice, which became part of his identity, was instantly recognizable around the world. Rather than allowing his condition to isolate him, Hawking embraced public life, demonstrating that physical limitations need not restrict intellectual exploration. Hawking's influence extended beyond science and entertainment. He was a vocal advocate for several global issues, including artificial intelligence, climate change, and space exploration. He warned of the dangers of uncontrolled AI development, arguing that humanity must proceed cautiously in its technological advancements. He also emphasized the need for interplanetary colonization, believing that Earth's resources would not sustain humanity indefinitely. His philosophical insights on the future of civilization reflected a mind that was deeply engaged with the broader implications of scientific progress. Despite his many accolades and worldwide recognition, Hawking remained humble. He often joked about his fame, saying that his physical disability helped people focus on his words rather than his appearance. His wit, humor, and optimism made him an endearing figure, even to those who had little understanding of his scientific work. He never sought pity, nor did he allow his condition to define him. Instead, he used his experiences to inspire others to pursue knowledge and confront challenges with determination. The purpose of this text is to delve deeply into the life and legacy of Stephen Hawking, examining both his scientific achievements and his extraordinary personal journey. It will explore how he revolutionized our understanding of black holes, how he overcame adversity, and how he became a global ambassador for science. His life story serves as a powerful reminder that human potential is limitless, even in the face of seemingly insurmountable obstacles. Hawking's work has influenced not only scientists but also writers, filmmakers, and thinkers across various disciplines. His theories continue to be explored, debated, and expanded upon, proving that his impact on physics will persist for generations to come. While he passed away in 2018, his legacy endures through his contributions to science, his popular writings, and the countless individuals he inspired. Understanding Hawking's journey is essential for appreciating the sheer magnitude of his accomplishments. His life exemplifies the idea that intellect and curiosity can transcend physical barriers. He not only reshaped our understanding of the universe, but also redefined what it means to live a meaningful life despite adversity. Stephen William Hawking was born on January 8, 1942, in Oxford, England, a date that coincided with the 300th anniversary of Galileo Galilei's death. His birth took place during World War II, a time of global turmoil and uncertainty. Despite the war, his parents, Frank and Isabel Hawking, ensured that he grew up in an intellectually stimulating environment. Both were highly educated. His father was a respected biologist specializing in tropical diseases, while his mother had a strong academic background in philosophy, politics, and economics. Their home was filled with books, discussions, and a deep appreciation for knowledge, which had a profound impact on young Stephen. From an early age, Hawking demonstrated an insatiable curiosity about the world around him. However, he was not an exceptional student in his early schooling years. His grades were often mediocre, and he was perceived as an average student by his teachers. Nevertheless, he possessed an extraordinary ability to grasp complex concepts with minimal effort. He was known for his unconventional approach to learning, preferring to explore subjects independently rather than follow rigid classroom structures. His fascination with the universe began to emerge during his teenage years, as he developed a strong interest in mathematics and physics. Hawking attended St. Albans School, where his potential started to become more evident. He was particularly interested in solving complex mathematical problems, and his peers often recognized his intellectual abilities, nicknaming him Einstein. However, his father initially wanted him to pursue medicine, given the family's scientific background in biology. Despite this, Hawking was more drawn to the abstract and theoretical aspects of science rather than its practical applications. He knew from an early age that his passion lay in understanding the fundamental laws of the universe. When it came time for university, Hawking set his sights on Oxford, one of the most prestigious institutions in the world. Although he wanted to study mathematics, Oxford did not offer a mathematics degree at the time, so he opted for physics instead. At the age of 17, he enrolled in University College, Oxford, where he found the coursework relatively easy. He admitted to putting in minimal effort during his undergraduate studies, relying more on his natural intelligence than on rigorous studying. Despite this, he excelled in theoretical physics, and his ability to think critically and solve complex equations became more apparent. Oxford was a pivotal period in Hawking's life, not just academically, but also socially. He was known for his wit, sense of humor, and love for adventure. He took part in various extracurricular activities, including rowing, which he enjoyed despite being physically uncoordinated. His time at Oxford helped him develop a sense of independence and confidence, though he remained uncertain about his future. He graduated with a first-class honors degree in physics in 1962, an achievement that paved the way for his next academic pursuit. After completing his undergraduate studies, Hawking moved to the University of Cambridge to pursue a PhD in cosmology. This transition marked a significant shift in his academic journey as he entered a world of cutting-edge theoretical physics. He studied under the supervision of Dennis Sciama, a leading physicist, and was introduced to groundbreaking ideas about the origins of the universe, black holes, and general relativity. Cambridge provided the ideal environment for Hawking to refine his scientific interests and challenge existing theories. However, it was during his first year at Cambridge that Hawking began noticing unusual symptoms in his body. He experienced frequent falls, clumsiness, and difficulty controlling his movements. Initially, he dismissed these signs as mere clumsiness, but as the symptoms worsened, he sought medical advice. The diagnosis that followed would change his life forever. He had amyotrophic lateral sclerosis, ALS, a neurodegenerative disease that progressively weakened his muscles and had no known cure. At the age of 21, he was given a prognosis of only a few years to live. The news was devastating for Hawking and his family. For a time, he fell into depression, questioning the purpose of continuing his studies if his life was expected to be so short. However, a turning point came when he met Jane Wilde, a fellow student at Cambridge, who later became his first wife. Her support, along with his growing passion for cosmology, reignited his determination to continue his work. Instead of succumbing to despair, he immersed himself in scientific research, determined to make meaningful contributions despite his physical limitations. Hawking's work at Cambridge soon began to attract attention. His research focused on black holes, singularities, and the fundamental nature of the universe. He applied Einstein's theory of general relativity to cosmology, leading to groundbreaking insights that would later shape modern astrophysics. Even as his condition deteriorated, he developed new ways to conduct research, relying increasingly on his mind rather than physical writing or calculations. His perseverance and brilliance did not go unnoticed, and his academic reputation continued to grow. Despite the enormous challenges he faced, Hawking's time at Oxford and Cambridge set the foundation for his remarkable career. His early struggles with education, his unconventional approach to learning, and his resilience in the face of adversity all played a crucial role in shaping the scientist he would become. From a young boy who was once considered an average student to one of the most celebrated physicists of all time, his journey is a testament to the power of intellect, determination, and an unwavering passion for discovery. In 1963, at the age of 21, Stephen Hawking received a diagnosis that would change the course of his life forever. He was diagnosed with amyotrophic lateral sclerosis, ALS, a rare and degenerative neurological disease that progressively weakens the muscles, ultimately leading to paralysis. At the time, doctors gave him a life expectancy of only 2 to 3 years. For any young person, such a prognosis would have been devastating. But for someone with a brilliant mind and a promising academic career ahead, it was especially tragic. This diagnosis marked the beginning of a lifelong struggle, but it did not define him. Instead, it became a part of his journey, shaping his resilience and determination to make a lasting impact on the world. Before his diagnosis, Hawking had started to notice unusual symptoms. He experienced frequent falls, increasing clumsiness, and difficulty performing simple tasks, such as tying his shoelaces. At first, he ignored these signs, attributing them to mere awkwardness. However, when his coordination worsened and he began slurring his speech, he sought medical attention. A series of tests followed, including muscle biopsies and spinal tap procedures, but the results only confirmed the worst. His body was slowly deteriorating, and there was no known cure. The initial reaction to his diagnosis was one of despair. Hawking fell into a deep depression, feeling as though his aspirations had been stripped away from him. He questioned whether there was any point in continuing his research if he had so little time left. He withdrew from his academic work and avoided discussing his condition with others. The once lively and curious student found himself trapped in an overwhelming sense of hopelessness. It seemed as though his future had been taken from him before he even had the chance to truly begin his journey. However, 2 key factors helped him emerge from this dark period: his passion for cosmology and his growing relationship with Jane Wilde. Jane, a fellow student at Cambridge, had met Stephen before his diagnosis, and despite the grim prognosis, she remained by his side. She believed in his potential and encouraged him to continue his studies. Their relationship gave Hawking a renewed sense of purpose, and he began to accept his condition rather than succumb to it. Instead of allowing ALS to dictate his life, he decided to make the most of the time he had left. As his physical condition worsened, his intellectual capabilities only sharpened. He threw himself into research, determined to complete his doctoral thesis on singularities and the origins of the universe. His work, influenced by Roger Penrose's theories on black holes, provided new insights into the nature of space-time and the role of singularities in cosmology. It was during this time that he developed the foundation for some of his most significant contributions to theoretical physics. His groundbreaking research was already setting him apart as a remarkable scientist, and his determination to continue working despite his illness earned him great respect in the academic community. Hawking married Jane Wilde in 1965, a union that would prove to be both a source of strength and immense difficulty in the years to come. Jane took on the role of caregiver, supporting Hawking through the increasing challenges of his disease while also raising their 3 children. Their marriage was filled with love and devotion, but it was also marked by the emotional and physical strains of his deteriorating condition. As his mobility declined, he became increasingly dependent on others, a reality that was often frustrating for someone so fiercely independent. By the late 1960s, Hawking had lost most of his ability to walk and relied on crutches to move. As his speech became more slurred, communication grew increasingly difficult. However, These challenges did not stop him from making substantial contributions to science. His work on black holes and the second law of thermodynamics led to some of the most revolutionary discoveries in physics, particularly his famous theory of Hawking radiation. This groundbreaking idea proposed that black holes are not completely black, but instead emit radiation, a concept that challenged existing scientific beliefs and opened new doors in cosmology. Despite his scientific success, the personal toll of his disease was immense. Everyday tasks became more difficult, and his reliance on Jane and others grew. In the 1970s, as his condition worsened, he transitioned from crutches to a wheelchair. While many would have seen this as a limitation, Hawking saw it as a way to conserve energy for his intellectual pursuits. His wheelchair became an extension of his identity, a symbol of both his physical struggles and his unbreakable will. One of the greatest turning points in his life came in 1985 when he contracted pneumonia, a life-threatening complication for someone with ALS. Doctors suggested removing his ventilator, which would have resulted in his death. However, Jane insisted on a tracheotomy, a procedure that saved his life but permanently took away his ability to speak. At this point, many might have retreated from public life, but Hawking found a new way to communicate. With the help of a computer-based speech system, he regained his voice, albeit in a synthetic form. This computerized voice, which became one of the most recognizable in the world, allowed him to continue his lectures, research, and public engagements. Though the progression of ALS was relentless, it never diminished Hawking's intellectual brilliance. Instead, his mind seemed to grow sharper with each passing year. He refused to let his physical limitations hinder his work, and with the help of technology, he continued to write, lecture, and contribute to science until the end of his life. His struggle with ALS was not just a medical battle. It was a testament to his extraordinary resilience, proving that the mind can triumph over the body's limitations. Hawking's ability to defy expectations and continue working despite his condition remains one of the most inspiring aspects of his story. While his physical body weakened, his mind soared to new heights, unlocking mysteries of the universe that few could comprehend. His battle with ALS was not just about survival. It was about proving that no obstacle is too great to overcome. His journey serves as a powerful reminder that perseverance, passion, and the pursuit of knowledge can transcend even the most formidable challenges. Stephen Hawking's contributions to theoretical physics redefined our understanding of the universe. Despite his physical limitations, his intellectual pursuits led to groundbreaking discoveries that continue to influence modern cosmology. His research, particularly on black holes, general relativity, and the origins of the universe, placed him at the forefront of theoretical physics. By challenging established theories and proposing new ideas, he transformed the way scientists perceive space, time, and the fundamental forces of nature. One of Hawking's earliest and most significant breakthroughs was his work on singularities, which stemmed from his doctoral research at Cambridge. Influenced by the mathematical framework developed by physicist Roger Penrose, Hawking applied the concept of singularities to cosmology. A singularity is a point in space-time where gravitational forces become infinite, such as those found at the center of black holes. His research demonstrated that singularities are not only a feature of black holes, but are also present in the very fabric of the universe itself, particularly at the moment of the Big Bang. This discovery had profound implications for our understanding of the universe's origins, suggesting that space and time had a finite beginning. Hawking's most famous and revolutionary contribution came in the early 1970s when he proposed that black holes are not completely black, but instead emit radiation. This phenomenon, now known as Hawking radiation, contradicted the classical view that nothing could escape a black hole's gravitational pull. By applying quantum mechanics to black holes, Hawking showed that particle-antiparticle pairs created near the event horizon could result in one particle escaping while the other falls into the black hole. Over time, this process would lead to the gradual evaporation of the black hole itself. The discovery of Hawking radiation was groundbreaking because it merged two fundamental but previously incompatible theories: Einstein's general relativity, which describes gravity and large-scale structures in the universe, and quantum mechanics, which governs the behavior of subatomic particles. This marked an important step toward the elusive goal of developing a unified theory of physics, often referred to as the theory of everything. Hawking's insights showed that black holes are not eternal, and that they could theoretically shrink and disappear, challenging long-held assumptions in astrophysics. Despite the theoretical brilliance of Hawking radiation, it remains difficult to observe directly. Black holes are typically far away, and the amount of radiation they emit is minuscule, making it nearly impossible to detect with current technology. However, the implications of this discovery extended far beyond observational limitations. It introduced a major paradox in physics. What happens to the information that falls into a black hole? According to quantum mechanics, information cannot be destroyed. But if a black hole evaporates, what happens to the information contained within it? This debate, known as the black hole information paradox, remains one of the most significant unresolved problems in modern physics. Hawking's research on black holes and quantum mechanics led him to explore the fundamental nature of the universe. He sought to understand whether there was a deeper, underlying principle governing all physical laws. He was particularly interested in the idea of a grand unified theory, a theoretical framework that would combine all fundamental forces, gravity, electromagnetism, and the strong and weak nuclear forces, into a single equation. Although such a theory has not yet been fully realized, Hawking's work brought scientists closer to understanding how the universe operates on both cosmic and quantum scales. Another major area of Hawking's work was his exploration of the multiverse hypothesis. He theorized that the Big Bang could have resulted in not just one universe, but multiple, each with its own set of physical laws. This idea, which aligns with quantum mechanics and string theory, suggests that our universe may be just one of many, vastly expanding our perspective on existence. His work on the no-boundary proposal, developed with physicist James Hartle, suggested that the universe has no singular beginning in the traditional sense, but instead emerged in a smooth, finite manner without a distinct boundary in time. Hawking's ability to challenge existing theories and propose new ones demonstrated his fearless approach to science. He was never afraid to question accepted ideas, even his own. In 2004, he famously revised his position on the black hole information paradox, admitting that his earlier interpretation was likely incorrect. He proposed that information is not lost in black holes, but is instead preserved in a highly scrambled form, a concession that illustrated his willingness to adapt to new evidence, a hallmark of great scientific thinking. Despite his immense contributions, Hawking's work was not without controversy. Some of his ideas, particularly those concerning the multiverse and the nature of information, sparked intense debates among physicists. While some embraced his theories, others remained skeptical, arguing that they lacked empirical verification. However, whether his theories were proven or not, his work continually pushed the boundaries of human knowledge, inspiring further research and scientific inquiry. Hawking's brilliance extended beyond his technical contributions. He had a unique ability to communicate complex ideas to the broader public. Unlike many theoretical physicists who focused solely on academic research, Hawking recognized the importance of making science accessible. His theories on black holes, the Big Bang, and the nature of time were not just subjects of scientific discourse, but were also topics that fascinated the public. This ability to bridge the gap between academia and popular science set him apart and solidified his status as one of the most influential scientists of all time. Ultimately, Hawking's breakthroughs in theoretical physics reshaped our understanding of the universe. His work on singularities, black hole radiation, and quantum gravity opened new frontiers in cosmology, influencing generations of scientists. More than just a physicist, he was a visionary thinker who dared to explore the deepest mysteries of existence. Though he faced immense physical challenges, his intellectual contributions ensured that his legacy would endure, continuing to inspire scientific discovery long after his passing. While Stephen Hawking was renowned for his groundbreaking contributions to theoretical physics, he also had an exceptional ability to communicate complex scientific ideas to the general public. Unlike many of his contemporaries, who confined their work to academic circles, Hawking sought to make science accessible to people of all backgrounds. His passion for education and his belief that knowledge should not be limited to a select few led him to become one of the most famous science communicators of all time. Hawking's most significant contribution to popular science came in 1988 with the publication of his book, A Brief History of Time, From the Big Bang to Black Holes. This book was an ambitious attempt to explain the fundamental principles of the universe, including the nature of space and time, black holes, and the quest for a unifying theory of physics. Written in a way that was engaging yet scientifically rigorous, A Brief History of Time became an international sensation. It remained on the Sunday Times bestseller list for over 4 years and sold millions of copies worldwide, making it one of the most successful science books ever written. The success of A Brief History of Time was remarkable, considering its subject matter. Theoretical physics is not typically a field that attracts mainstream audiences, yet Hawking's clear explanations, combined with his wit and personal story, captivated readers. He managed to simplify concepts such as relativity, quantum mechanics, and black hole thermodynamics without sacrificing their scientific integrity. By doing so, he inspired a new generation of science enthusiasts, many of whom might never have been exposed to the wonders of the cosmos otherwise. Despite the book's popularity, many readers admitted to struggling with its complex ideas. Theoretical physics is inherently challenging, and even with Hawking's efforts to make it accessible, certain sections require deep concentration. Recognizing this, he later published The Universe in a Nutshell, 2001, and A Briefer History of Time, 2005, both of which aim to present similar concepts in a more digestible manner. These books further solidified his role as a leading public intellectual, capable of bridging the gap between cutting-edge research and popular understanding. Beyond his books, Hawking made numerous appearances in television documentaries, interviews, and even entertainment media. He appeared in popular TV series such as The Simpsons, Star Trek, The Next Generation, and The Big Bang Theory, making science fun and engaging for audiences who might not have otherwise been exposed to his work. His computerized voice, which had become his trademark, was instantly recognizable and added to his iconic status. Through these appearances, he demonstrated that science could be entertaining as well as intellectually stimulating. In addition to his books and media appearances, Hawking delivered numerous public lectures around the world. Despite the increasing severity of his ALS, he continued to engage with audiences, using his speech-generating device to deliver thought-provoking talks on topics such as the nature of the universe, the future of artificial intelligence, and the survival of humanity. His lectures were often infused with humor, making even the most abstract scientific ideas accessible and enjoyable. Hawking's influence extended beyond physics and astronomy. He often spoke about broader existential questions concerning humanity's future. He was particularly vocal about the risks posed by artificial intelligence, climate change, and space colonization. He believed that in order for humanity to survive in the long term, it would need to explore and colonize other planets. His warnings about existential threats were not meant to incite fear, but to encourage scientific progress and responsible decision-making in fields such as technology and space exploration. Despite his immense popularity, Hawking was not without his critics. Some scientists felt that his public persona overshadowed the work of other brilliant physicists, while others believed that his books oversimplified complex theories to the point of misrepresentation. However, Hawking remained unapologetic about his mission to make science accessible. He firmly believed that the pursuit of knowledge should be a shared endeavor and that science should not be confined to the elite few who could understand advanced mathematics. Another aspect of his public influence was his advocacy for individuals with disabilities. As one of the most famous people living with ALS, he became a symbol of resilience and determination. His life showed that physical limitations do not define intellectual or creative potential. He used his platform to raise awareness about disability rights, accessibility in education, and the importance of medical research in finding treatments for neurodegenerative diseases. Hawking's role as a public intellectual and science communicator ensured that his legacy extended beyond academia. He transformed the way people viewed the universe, encouraged curiosity, and made complex physics accessible to millions. His ability to inspire both scientists and non-scientists alike remains one of his greatest achievements. By making science engaging and thought-provoking, he left an enduring impact on how the public perceives the mysteries of existence. While Stephen Hawking's scientific achievements and public influence were remarkable, his personal life was marked by immense challenges. His battle with amyotrophic lateral sclerosis, ALS, also known as Lou Gehrig's disease, was a constant struggle that tested his physical and emotional endurance. Despite being diagnosed in his early 20s and given only a few years to live, he defied all odds and survived for more than 5 decades with the disease. However, his prolonged survival came with immense difficulties, requiring both personal resilience and a strong support system. As Hawking's condition worsened, his physical limitations became increasingly severe. By the late 1960s, he had lost the ability to walk and relied on a wheelchair for mobility. Over time, his ability to perform even the simplest tasks, such as eating or dressing, diminished. Despite these hardships, he remained dedicated to his research and teaching, demonstrating an unwavering commitment to his work. He viewed his disability not as an obstacle, but as a challenge to overcome, maintaining a remarkable sense of humor even in the face of adversity. One of the biggest turning points in his personal struggles came in 1985 when he contracted pneumonia while visiting CERN in Switzerland. The infection was life-threatening, and doctors suggested removing his ventilator, which would have led to his death. However, his wife, Jane Wilde, refused to give up on him and insisted on an emergency tracheotomy to save his life. The procedure was successful, but it had a profound consequence. Hawking permanently lost his ability to speak. From this point onward, he relied on a computerized speech-generating device to communicate. The loss of his voice was a devastating blow, but once again, Hawking found a way to adapt. Initially, he used a simple spelling card to communicate by raising his eyebrows to indicate letters. Later, with the help of engineers, he was equipped with a computer system that allowed him to select words and phrases using a small movement of his cheek muscle. Though his speech became slow and robotic, this device enabled him to continue writing books, giving lectures, and engaging in scientific discussions. Over time, his synthesized voice became one of the most recognizable in the world, symbolizing both his resilience and his defiance of limitations. Despite his perseverance, the strain of his illness took a toll on his personal relationships, particularly his marriage. Jane Wilde had been a devoted partner, supporting him through his illness while also raising their 3 children. However, the demands of caregiving, combined with Hawking's growing fame and scientific commitments, placed immense pressure on their relationship. Over the years, their marriage became increasingly strained, and in 1995, after 30 years together, they divorced. Following his divorce from Jane, Hawking married Elaine Mason, one of his nurses. Their marriage was controversial, as Mason was perceived by some as controlling and overly protective of him. There were also allegations of mistreatment, though Hawking himself denied any abuse. The relationship lasted for 11 years before ending in divorce in 2006. Though his second marriage was marked by turbulence, it was a period in which he continued to maintain his scientific output and public engagements. Throughout his life, Hawking relied on a dedicated team of caregivers and assistants who helped him manage his daily needs. These individuals played a crucial role in enabling him to continue his research and public appearances. While his physical dependence on others was unavoidable, he remained fiercely independent in his intellectual pursuits. He refused to let his condition dictate his achievements, proving that the power of the mind could overcome even the most debilitating physical challenges. Beyond his personal relationships, Hawking faced significant professional challenges as well. Theoretical physics is a highly competitive field, and his work was often subject to intense scrutiny. He engaged in several high-profile academic debates, including his famous disagreement with Leonard Susskind over the black hole information paradox. Though he was not always proven correct, his willingness to challenge existing theories and revise his own positions demonstrated his scientific integrity. Despite the difficulties he faced, Hawking never allowed his struggles to overshadow his optimism. He often spoke about the importance of persistence, curiosity, and the pursuit of knowledge. His ability to maintain a positive outlook, despite his severe disability, was one of the most inspiring aspects of his life. He once stated, "However difficult life may seem, there is always something you can do and succeed at." These words encapsulated his philosophy and served as a source of encouragement for millions around the world. Stephen Hawking's life was a testament to the strength of the human spirit. Though he endured immense physical hardship, personal struggles, and professional challenges, he never allowed them to define him. Instead, he focused on his passion for understanding the universe, leaving behind a legacy of scientific brilliance, resilience, and inspiration. His journey was not just one of intellectual achievement, but of unwavering determination in the face of overwhelming adversity. Beyond his groundbreaking contributions to theoretical physics, Stephen Hawking held profound philosophical views about the nature of the universe, human existence, and the future of civilization. His scientific inquiries often led him to question fundamental aspects of reality, from the nature of time to the ultimate fate of the cosmos. Unlike some scientists who focused purely on empirical data, Hawking embraced big existential questions, making his work not only scientifically significant, but also deeply thought-provoking. One of the most important aspects of Hawking's philosophy was his perspective on the origin and nature of the universe. He firmly supported the Big Bang theory and argued that the universe had a finite beginning. In his collaboration with physicist James Hartle, he developed the no-boundary proposal, which suggested that the universe did not have a singular starting point in time, but rather emerged smoothly from a quantum state. This idea challenged traditional conceptions of a definite beginning and suggested that asking what came before the Big Bang might be meaningless. Hawking also speculated about the role of God in the creation of the universe. Though he was often associated with atheism, he did not dismiss the concept of a higher power outright. Instead, he argued that the laws of physics could explain the origins of the universe without requiring divine intervention. In his 2010 book, The Grand Design, he famously wrote, "Because there is a law such as gravity, the universe can and will create itself from nothing." This statement sparked widespread debate, as it challenged traditional theological explanations for creation. However, Hawking maintained that his views were based on scientific reasoning rather than a rejection of spirituality. Another key aspect of Hawking's philosophy was his belief in the importance of scientific discovery. He often emphasized that humanity's greatest achievements stemmed from its ability to question, explore, and expand knowledge. He was a strong advocate for curiosity, urging people to look beyond immediate concerns and think about the bigger picture. His enthusiasm for uncovering the mysteries of the universe was not just a personal passion, but a call to all of humanity to engage in scientific inquiry. Hawking also had a unique perspective on time and free will. His work on black hole thermodynamics suggested that time, as humans perceive it, may not be a fundamental feature of reality. He was deeply interested in whether time could be reversed or whether alternate dimensions could exist within the framework of physics. While he acknowledged the limitations of human perception, he also believed that our ability to understand the universe was continually evolving. Despite his focus on physics and cosmology, Hawking frequently spoke about humanity's future. He was concerned about the survival of the human species and warned about potential existential threats, including nuclear war, artificial intelligence, climate change, and pandemics. He argued that technological advancements, while beneficial, also pose significant risks. His warnings about AI, in particular, were widely discussed, as he feared that unchecked artificial intelligence could surpass human control and pose a danger to civilization. Hawking also strongly believed in the necessity of space exploration. He argued that humanity's long-term survival depended on becoming a multiplanetary species. Earth, he believed, was vulnerable to disasters, both natural and human-made, and colonizing other planets, such as Mars, could provide a safeguard against extinction. He actively supported projects aimed at interstellar travel and encouraged investment in space technology as a means of securing the future of human civilization. In addition to his views on science and survival, Hawking had a profound outlook on disability and human potential. Despite his physical limitations, he maintained that the mind was the most powerful tool humans possessed. He consistently advocated for individuals with disabilities, proving that intellectual contributions were not limited by physical ability. His life served as an example of overcoming adversity and finding purpose despite immense challenges. Hawking also had a playful side when it came to philosophical questions. He enjoyed contemplating the possibility of extraterrestrial life and speculated about the nature of alien civilizations. However, he warned that if intelligent extraterrestrial beings existed, their intentions might not be friendly. Drawing parallels to historical encounters on Earth, he suggested that humans should be cautious in actively seeking contact with alien species. This idea, though speculative, reflected his broader concern about the unknown dangers of the universe. Ultimately, Stephen Hawking's philosophical views were deeply intertwined with his scientific discoveries. He did not separate science from big existential questions, but rather embraced both in his quest to understand reality. His perspectives on God, time, free will, human survival, and extraterrestrial life revealed a thinker who was not only a scientist but also a philosopher of the cosmos. His legacy is not only one of equations and theories, but also of ideas that continue to challenge, inspire, and provoke thought about the deepest mysteries of existence. Stephen Hawking's impact on science, philosophy, and society extends far beyond his theoretical contributions to physics. His legacy is one of resilience, curiosity, and an unyielding pursuit of knowledge. As one of the most recognizable scientists in modern history, he inspired millions of people, not only through his discoveries but also through his remarkable ability to communicate complex ideas. His contributions continue to shape scientific inquiry, education, and the broader understanding of our place in the universe. One of Hawking's most enduring contributions to humanity was his groundbreaking work on black holes. His discovery that black holes emit radiation, now known as Hawking radiation, remains one of the most important theoretical advancements in astrophysics. This finding challenged the long-held belief that nothing could escape a black hole, revolutionizing the way scientists understand the fundamental laws of the universe. Even after his death, researchers continue to build on his work, seeking to uncover deeper connections between gravity, quantum mechanics, and thermodynamics. Beyond the realm of theoretical physics, Hawking's influence can be seen in the way he reshaped public engagement with science. Through his books, lectures, and media appearances, he made the most abstract scientific concepts accessible to a global audience. His ability to explain relativity, quantum mechanics, and cosmology in layman's terms encouraged a widespread interest in physics and inspired countless young minds to pursue careers in science. His best-selling book, A Brief History of Time, remains one of the most influential science books ever written, continuing to spark curiosity decades after its publication. Hawking also left a lasting legacy in the scientific community by mentoring and collaborating with numerous researchers. His work influenced generations of physicists, many of whom continue to explore the questions he raised. His ability to challenge established theories while maintaining a sense of intellectual humility made him a respected figure among his peers. He was never afraid to revise his own ideas, exemplifying the true spirit of scientific inquiry. In addition to his contributions to science, Hawking played a vital role in advocating for the rights of individuals with disabilities. As one of the most famous people living with ALS, he demonstrated that physical limitations do not equate to intellectual limitations. He used his public platform to raise awareness about accessibility, medical research, and assistive technologies. His ability to continue working and engaging with the world despite his severe disability served as an inspiration for countless individuals facing their own challenges. Hawking also left an imprint on the broader cultural landscape. He was not confined to academic circles, but embraced opportunities to bring science into popular culture. His guest appearances on television shows such as The Simpsons, Star Trek, The Next Generation, and The Big Bang Theory helped humanize the image of a theoretical physicist, portraying him as both a genius and a person with a sense of humor. These appearances contributed to the popularization of physics and reinforced the idea that science could be engaging, entertaining, and accessible to everyone. His legacy extends beyond theoretical physics into pressing global issues. He frequently spoke about the dangers facing humanity, including climate change, artificial intelligence, and overpopulation. His warnings about these existential threats were not meant to incite fear, but to encourage scientific and technological solutions. He believed that human ingenuity, if directed toward constructive purposes, could help overcome these challenges. His advocacy for space exploration reflected his belief that humanity must expand beyond Earth to ensure its long-term survival. Hawking's legacy also includes his commitment to education and the promotion of scientific literacy. He strongly believed that knowledge should not be restricted to an elite group of experts, but should be shared with all of humanity. His efforts to make science understandable and exciting contributed to a cultural shift in how the public perceives complex scientific questions. His work demonstrated that physics is not merely an abstract academic pursuit, but a fundamental way of understanding reality. His passing in 2018 marked the end of an era, but his influence continues to shape the world. Universities, research institutions, and science communicators continue to build upon his work, ensuring that his contributions remain relevant. His theories, books, and public messages are still studied, debated, and appreciated by scholars and enthusiasts alike. Stephen Hawking's legacy is a testament to the power of the human mind. He overcame immense physical adversity to become one of the most influential thinkers of our time. His work, both in science and in public engagement, ensures that his impact will be felt for generations to come. More than just a physicist, he was a symbol of resilience, curiosity, and the unrelenting pursuit of knowledge, an inspiration for those who dare to explore the mysteries of the universe. The legacy of Stephen Hawking extends far beyond his own lifetime. His influence on future generations of scientists, students, and the general public ensures that his contributions will continue to shape the world for years to come. Through his work in theoretical physics, his advocacy for science education, and his remarkable personal story, Hawking has inspired countless individuals to pursue knowledge, push the boundaries of human understanding, and face challenges with resilience and determination. One of the most profound ways in which Hawking's influence endures is through the continued study of his scientific work. His theories on black holes, cosmology, and the nature of time have provided a foundation for ongoing research in physics. Scientists today are still working to test and refine his ideas, particularly in areas such as Hawking radiation and the information paradox. As new discoveries in quantum mechanics and astrophysics emerge, they build upon the principles that Hawking helped establish, ensuring that his contributions remain a fundamental part of modern science. Beyond the scientific community, Hawking played a crucial role in popularizing physics and making it accessible to the general public. His ability to explain complex concepts in a clear and engaging manner has encouraged millions of people to develop an interest in science. His books, especially A Brief History of Time, continue to be widely read, inspiring new generations of students to explore physics and cosmology. Many of today's aspiring scientists credit Hawking as the person who first sparked their curiosity about the universe. Hawking's influence is also evident in the way he reshaped the public perception of disabilities. His life demonstrated that physical limitations do not define a person's intellectual potential. He proved that with the right support and determination, individuals with disabilities can achieve greatness in any field. His perseverance and achievements have helped challenge stereotypes and promote greater inclusivity in education, academia, and professional environments. The visibility he brought to ALS and other neuromuscular diseases also contributed to increased awareness and research efforts aimed at finding treatments and improving the lives of those affected. Moreover, his advocacy for scientific progress and technological advancement continues to resonate. Hawking frequently warned about the dangers of climate change, artificial intelligence, and other existential threats facing humanity. His insights have influenced discussions about the ethical and societal implications of emerging technologies. As artificial intelligence and space exploration continue to develop, many researchers and policymakers still refer to Hawking's warnings and guidance in shaping their approaches to these critical issues. His work also influenced science education, encouraging new methods of teaching physics and astronomy. Many educational institutions and outreach programs use his books, lectures, and interviews as essential learning materials. His ability to inspire curiosity has made physics more approachable for students of all backgrounds, leading to a greater appreciation for science in classrooms around the world. The Stephen Hawking Foundation, established in his honor, continues to support scientific education and research initiatives, further expanding his impact. Hawking's presence in popular culture has further cemented his status as an enduring influence. His appearances on television, from Star Trek, The Next Generation to The Simpsons, introduced science and intellectual inquiry to audiences that might not have otherwise engaged with these subjects. He demonstrated that scientists could be relatable, humorous, and deeply human, breaking the stereotype of the isolated genius. His story has also been portrayed in films, most notably in The Theory of Everything, 2014, which brought his life and struggles to a global audience, reinforcing his legacy as an icon of resilience and brilliance. Another crucial aspect of Hawking's influence is his perspective on the future of humanity. His belief in the necessity of space exploration as a means of ensuring human survival has driven continued interest in interplanetary colonization. His advocacy for expanding human presence beyond Earth has reinforced the importance of space programs, influencing organizations like NASA, SpaceX, and other international space agencies. His vision for the future encourages ongoing efforts to develop sustainable space travel and explore the potential for human life beyond our planet. Stephen Hawking's influence also extends to philosophical discussions about the nature of reality, free will, and the meaning of existence. His willingness to explore profound existential questions has inspired thinkers across disciplines, from physics and mathematics to philosophy and theology. His work continues to provoke discussions about the mysteries of the universe and the fundamental laws that govern it. His ability to merge scientific inquiry with philosophical curiosity ensures that his ideas remain relevant in broader intellectual discourse. Stephen Hawking's impact on future generations is immeasurable. His scientific discoveries continue to shape research in physics. His advocacy for knowledge and education inspires countless students, and his personal story serves as a testament to the power of perseverance. By making science accessible, embracing curiosity, and demonstrating resilience in the face of adversity, he left a legacy that transcends his own time. The generations that follow will continue to learn from his work, apply his insights, and push forward in the endless quest to understand the universe. Stephen Hawking's life and career exemplify the unyielding pursuit of knowledge and the power of the human spirit to overcome adversity. His work in theoretical physics not only transformed our understanding of the universe, but also altered the way humanity engages with science, philosophy, and technology. Hawking's scientific achievements, his ability to communicate complex ideas to the public, and his remarkable resilience in the face of severe physical challenges have left a lasting imprint on the world. He is remembered not only for his groundbreaking discoveries, but also for his enduring influence on future generations of thinkers, scientists, and everyday individuals. One of Hawking's most profound contributions was his work on black holes and the nature of the universe. The discovery of Hawking radiation, which showed that black holes emit radiation and can eventually evaporate, revolutionized our understanding of these mysterious cosmic objects. His contributions to the field of cosmology, particularly his work on the origins of the universe and the nature of time, continue to shape scientific discourse. His bold ideas, while controversial at times, challenge traditional views and open new avenues of exploration in physics and beyond. However, Hawking's legacy is not confined to his scientific theories alone. His ability to communicate complex ideas to a broad audience was unparalleled. His best-selling book, A Brief History of Time, made concepts in cosmology accessible to millions of readers, many of whom had no formal background in science. Through his clear, concise explanations and his ability to connect with people on an emotional level, Hawking transformed the way science is communicated and demonstrated the importance of making knowledge available to all. Hawking's influence extended beyond the realm of physics. As one of the most visible figures in the disability community, He challenged societal perceptions of disability and demonstrated that intellectual and physical limitations are not mutually exclusive. His life was an embodiment of resilience, showing that an individual could continue to contribute meaningfully to society despite facing extreme physical challenges. In doing so, he became a powerful advocate for accessibility, medical research, and the rights of individuals with disabilities. In his personal life, Hawking faced immense challenges, yet his determination to continue his work was unwavering. Despite the progression of ALS, which gradually deprived him of his mobility and speech, Hawking never allowed his condition to limit his scientific inquiry. He adapted to his circumstances by embracing technology, using a specialized computer system to communicate, and continuing to lecture and write books. His ability to overcome these obstacles reflected not only his resilience, but also his unwavering dedication to the pursuit of knowledge. Moreover, Hawking's warnings about existential threats, such as artificial intelligence, climate change, and the need for space exploration, resonate with us today more than ever. His belief that humanity must expand beyond Earth to secure its future reflects his deep understanding of the vulnerabilities inherent in our existence. Through his advocacy for space exploration and his emphasis on the importance of technological and scientific progress, Hawking's vision for the future continues to influence ongoing discussions in fields such as artificial intelligence, climate science, and space technology. His work transcended disciplinary boundaries, blending science with philosophy, ethics, and even popular culture. His fascination with the big questions of existence, such as the nature of time, the possibility of extraterrestrial life, and the ultimate fate of the universe, placed him at the crossroads of scientific and philosophical inquiry. He was as much a philosopher as a physicist, asking profound questions about the nature of reality, consciousness, and human existence, all while remaining firmly grounded in empirical science. Hawking's contributions were not solely academic. His ability to bring attention to issues such as climate change, the importance of scientific literacy, and the potential dangers of unchecked technological advancements demonstrates his understanding of the role of science in addressing societal challenges. He recognized that the future of humanity is deeply intertwined with scientific progress and technological innovation, and he urged policymakers and the public to take these issues seriously. Stephen Hawking's legacy is one of intellectual bravery, perseverance, and an insatiable curiosity about the universe. His achievements and personal story continue to inspire individuals around the world, encouraging them to pursue knowledge, challenge preconceived notions, and believe in the potential of the human mind. Hawking demonstrated that the pursuit of science is not merely an academic endeavor, but a way to connect with the mysteries of the universe, and, in doing so, to better understand our place within it. In conclusion, Stephen Hawking's life was a testament to the power of ideas to transcend personal and physical limitations. His work will continue to influence generations of scientists, thinkers, and dreamers, reminding us that even in the face of adversity, the pursuit of knowledge and understanding remains one of humanity's most noble endeavors. Hawking's vision of the universe, one of boundless curiosity, intellectual openness, and the relentless pursuit of truth, will continue to guide and inspire long into the future, ensuring that his legacy endures for generations to come.